Welcome to the ARC, the Alan Rickman collection. In today's video, we'll be taking a look at the Movic Severus Snape plush toy. Now this plush was released in Japan in 2022, so it's quite a recent Severus Snape collectible. Now of course, this plush is an anime style plush toy, but it looks very different than any of the other Severus Snape plush toys that are available from Japan. It definitely has a unique face and pose and expression. It just looks so different than any of the plush toys. It's also much larger. So most of the Severus Snape plush toys from Japan are quite small, but this one's got a really nice size. So measuring from his feet to the top of his head, he measures 10 inches tall or 26 centimeters. Measuring from ear to ear, you're looking at 7 inches wide or 18 centimeters. So overall, a very nice sized plush toy. Looking at an overview, that's the front of him, the side of him, the back, at the side, the top, and the bottom. Now he has a tag here as well. So the tag has the Harry Potter logo on the front of it. And the inside it just has some Japanese. And on the back it just has that. Now going into his features. First off, we'll start with his face. It looks so different than any of the other plush toys they've made of Severus. So it's much more simplistic. It's just got a little pink line for the mouth and these little semi-oval kind of eyes. But they do kind of convey Severus's emotion. It looks stern, maybe a bit grumpy. It still has a very, even though it's simplistic, it still conveys Severus's emotion. And of course he's got a nice soft face there as well as hair. Now this hair and face is almost like a fleece style material. It's soft, but it definitely has a bit of texture to it. You can sort of see the texture just there. Now if you lift this hair up, you can sort of see his face underneath. And you can also see he's got little ears here as well. On the back of his head, his hair also goes down and points here, so it's a little bit shaped. And you can pull this up, but there's just black material underneath. And this material is exactly the same as the hair itself. Now the head itself is quite well stuffed. It's quite firm to press onto it. And the head also has a joint in the neck, so it can rotate. So you can have Severus looking around. Moving down to the body here. Now the body is also quite well stuffed. It's quite firm to the touch. Of course, Severus is wearing clothes, so he's got his coat here, which is like a light kind of grey, very kind of thin material. Then he's got his cloak, which is kind of a black, more thicker, more textured material. He's got two little arms here as well. You can see his hands there as well as his undershirt, his little white undershirt. And there's a bit of wire going through the arms, so you can actually move them slightly and pose them. Same with the other one. See his hand there. Another nice feature is that you can actually take his cloak off. So if you pull his cloak off his arms here, you can pull the cloak completely off, and there it is. And now you can sort of see his coat underneath there more nicely. So you can see there's like little button detail down the front. You can see the undershirt more clearly. And also you can see how the arms move as well. And also underneath this, you've also got a little pair of pants. They're sort of very black pants there, very soft to the touch. Although you can see a little bit of flesh coming out there. And these are his shoes there as well. Now the flesh bit here of his leg, as well as his shoes here, they're sort of the same material as his face and hair. And there's also these big round type of plates in the bottom of his feet, and this is just so he can stand. Now you do have to balance him somewhat, but he can get him to stand eventually. There's also some nice pellets in his legs and butt here. This adds a little bit of weight and also helps him with standing. And the cloak itself can go back on as well, so you can leave it off like this and just see his coat, or you can put the cloak back on. You kind of just got to get it over his arms here. That's probably the toughest point of putting it back on. There we go. Once you get it over that arms again, it's back on again. And once again, you can probably stand them up like this if you prefer to leave his coat on. But again, you sort of got to balance him. If you don't get it right, he will just flop over. But that's what he looks like standing with his cloak on. So it's quite a cool little plush toy, and it's got some quite nice features in it. And I just like how different it looks, you know, and it's also a very good size. It's much, much bigger than the normal plush toy that you see of Severus. So overall, I like how different it is, and I really like the size of it. I think it's quite cool. So it's definitely a great collectible to add to your Severus Snape collection. So yeah guys, that was the Movic Severus Snape plush toy. I think it's quite a cool plush toy. So if you liked this video, hit that like button as it really helps out a lot. Feel free to subscribe as I'll have heaps more Alan Rickman and Severus Snape collectibles up shortly. While you're there, hit that notification button and share this video with your friends. Thanks again for watching guys. I'll see you in the next one.